Meanwhile, Council of Governors has noted a possible shortage of ARVs come 1st July 2021 due to the row between Kenya and USAID, which continues to pose a crisis to HIV care and treatment for over 1 million Kenyans living with HIV. The impending crisis is a reality for many, and for Juliet Awor expecting a child, her concern, Harriet Chime, brings us the story.
Despite the Ministry of Health and Kenya Medical Supplies Authority (KEMSA) affirming that ARV drugs, among other medical items, are being distributed to counties, Council of Governors contradicted the statement yesterday when they called upon the government to address a possible ARV shortage come July.
There is a likelihood of looming shortage of these commodities from 1st July 2021, posing a potential crisis in continuity of HIV care and treatment of 1.1 million Kenyans living with HIV.
In the crossfire between Kenya and USAID over distribution of the ARV drugs, those living with HIV are the ones getting the bullets, and many like Juliet Awor are in a state of concern and fear on whether or not they are safe.
For example, the way I'm pregnant, I'm worried because if you're pregnant, automatically you are predisposed to infections. So that causes me anxiety. I am also worried because the ARVs for children, preventative ARVs, and the ARVs for children who are HIV positive are also in shortage. There's an acute shortage of that, and nobody is addressing that.
Currently, those living with HIV are receiving drugs for short periods until normal distribution resumes, a matter that Juliet, 28 weeks pregnant and living with HIV for 2 decades now, says is worrisome, especially unborn child.
So I am worried that will my baby survive? Will my baby, even if my baby will survive, will my baby get infected with HIV because of lack of these drugs?
As a result, these are the questions that go through her mind.
So we know and we appreciate the fact that they have in the pipeline plans to manufacture their own our own drugs. But then before that happens, what will happen to the people whose lives depend on the ARVs daily?
Recently, President Uhuru Kenyatta disbanded KEMSA board in an effort to solve the row. However, USAID has insisted it will not do business with the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, saying some ARVs received in Kenya were sold and supplied to countries like South Sudan, Somalia, and in private hospitals, a medication that is supposed to be free. USAID insists that the remaining ARVs will not be released to KEMSA, stating that they are ready to distribute if it is through any other farm, suggesting a private company called Chemonix. However, Health CS Mutahi Kagwe says the government is planning to roll out local manufacturing of antiretroviral drugs to end donor reliance. But those living with HIV and AIDS ask, will they have to wait until they manufacture? Will their lives wait for that long? Juliet is among the many people living with HIV and AIDS who have had to endure reduced doses, particularly for children and unborn babies who face this threat. Reporting for Switch TV, my name is Harriet Chime.